Somewhere in America, a man named Robert is standing in his kitchen, cracking 2 eggs into a warm pan. The morning is quiet, the coffee is brewing, the sunlight is coming through the window. And for a moment, Robert feels good about the choice he is making. He is 71 years old. He has worked hard his whole life. He has seen friends struggle with their health. He has heard the warnings about sugar, processed food, and skipping breakfast. So every morning, he tells himself the same thing. Eggs are healthy. Eggs are simple. Eggs are protein. Eggs are what a responsible person eats when they want to take care of their body. And in many ways, Robert is right. Eggs are one of the most trusted breakfast foods in America. They are rich in high-quality protein. They contain essential amino acids. They support muscle maintenance, brain function, eye health, and daily energy. For older adults, especially people over 60 who are trying to stay strong, independent, and mentally sharp, eggs can absolutely be part of a smart morning routine. But here is the part almost no one talks about. The problem is not the eggs. The problem is eating eggs alone. Welcome back to khỏe, cùng Dr. D. Miller. I am Dr. D. Miller, and for nearly 14 years, I have worked with adults who are trying to make better choices for their health, especially as they move through their 60s, 70s, and beyond. And there is one pattern I see again and again. People are trying. They really are. They are cutting back on sugar. They are avoiding fast food. They are cooking at home. They are choosing protein instead of pastries. They are doing what they believe is right. But by mid-morning, something feels off. Their energy fades. Their body feels heavy. Their mind feels slower. Sometimes they feel bloated. Sometimes they feel hungry again too soon, and many of them think, maybe this is just aging. Maybe this is normal. Maybe this is what happens after 60. But often, that is not the full truth. The real issue is that their breakfast is incomplete. Because your body does not process food as isolated pieces. Nutrients do not work alone. Protein needs balance. Vitamins need the right environment to be absorbed. Digestion needs fiber. Cholesterol needs antioxidant protection. Energy needs stability. So when you eat eggs by themselves, yes, you are giving your body valuable nutrients. But you may not be giving your body the support it needs to actually use those nutrients well. Think about that for a moment. A food can be healthy and still be incomplete. A meal can look clean and still be missing something important. That is why today's message is not about fear. I am not here to tell you to stop eating eggs. I am not here to say eggs are bad, dangerous, or something you should remove from your life. Not at all. I am here to show you how to make eggs work better for your body after 60. Because there are 3 simple foods that can completely change the way your body responds to eggs. They are affordable. They are easy to find. And once you understand why they matter, you may never look at your morning plate the same way again. Let me introduce you to Linda. Linda is 68 years old and lives in Ohio. Every morning she makes the same breakfast. 2 boiled eggs, a cup of coffee, and nothing else. No cereal, no pastry, no sugar, no fast food. In her mind, this is discipline. This is what healthy aging looks like. And honestly, she deserves credit for that. She is trying to protect her body. She is trying to stay independent. She is trying to make choices that help her live longer and feel stronger. But over time, Linda begins to notice something she cannot explain. Around 11 in the morning, her energy drops. Not all at once, not like a sudden crash, more like a slow fading. Her body feels a little heavier. Her mind feels a little less clear. She reads the same sentence twice. She reaches for another cup of coffee. And quietly, she starts to wonder, is this just what happens after 60? Now pause there, because this is where many people misunderstand their own body. They blame age first. They blame sleep. They blame stress. They blame willpower. But sometimes, the real problem is sitting right there on the breakfast plate. Not because the eggs are bad. The eggs are not the enemy. The problem is that Linda is eating a powerful food in an incomplete way. Eggs give her protein, but they give her no fiber. Eggs provide important nutrients, but some of those nutrients need the right partners to be absorbed well. Eggs contain cholesterol, but without antioxidant-rich foods beside them, the meal may not provide enough protection against oxidative stress. So the body receives something valuable, but not the full support system it needs. And after 60, that matters more than most people realize. When you eat protein, your body must break it down into amino acids. That is a normal and necessary process. Those amino acids help repair tissue, support muscle, and keep the body functioning. But protein metabolism also creates nitrogen waste, and that waste has to be filtered and removed, mainly through the kidneys. When you were 30 or 40, your body may have handled that easily. But later in life, the body often has less reserve. The kidneys may still be working, but they may not filter with the same strength they once had. Digestion may slow down, hydration may fluctuate. Blood sugar control may become less forgiving, nothing is broken, but the body is asking for better support. This is why eating eggs alone every morning can slowly become a problem. It is not a dramatic mistake. It does not feel dangerous in the moment. That is exactly why people miss it. A breakfast can look clean and still be missing balance. A plate can look healthy and still be asking the body to do too much by itself. I once spoke with a man named William from Arizona. He was 72, active, careful, and proud of his routine. He told me, "Dr. Miller, I stopped eating pancakes and switched to eggs. So why do I still feel tired before lunch?" And I told him, "William, you made a good choice, but now we need to finish the plate." That is the message here. Health after 60 is not just about choosing one good food. It is about building meals that work as a system. Eggs can stay, but they should not stand alone. One of the biggest mistakes people make after 60 is thinking about food one item at a time. They look at eggs and say, "This has protein, so it must be enough." They look at a vitamin label and say, "This has nutrients, so my body must be getting what it needs." They look at a plate with no sugar and think, "This is automatically healthy." But the body does not work that simply. Your body is not a calculator. It is not just adding protein here, fat there, vitamins somewhere else. Your body is a living system. Everything is connected. Digestion is connected to absorption. Absorption is connected to energy. Energy is connected to blood sugar. Blood sugar is connected to hormones. Hormones are connected to sleep, mood, appetite, inflammation, and how you feel throughout the day. This is why food combinations matter so much, especially after 60. When you were younger, your body may have been more forgiving. You could eat a simple meal, miss a few nutrients, skip vegetables, drink too much coffee, and still feel like you could get through the day. But later in life, the body becomes more sensitive to what is missing. Not because it is weak, not because it is failing, but because it needs smarter support. So let us look at eggs again. Egg yolks contain valuable nutrients like vitamin A, vitamin D, lutein, and zeaxanthin. These nutrients matter. They may support vision, immune function, bone health, skin health, and cellular repair. But here is the important part. Some of these nutrients are fat-soluble. That means your body absorbs them better when dietary fat is present in the same meal. So if you eat eggs alone, you may be putting nutrients into your body, but you may not be giving your body the right conditions to collect and use those nutrients well. That is like placing a package at the front door, but never giving anyone the key to bring it inside. The nutrients are there, but the delivery is incomplete. Then we have fiber. Eggs contain protein. Eggs contain fat, but eggs contain zero fiber, none. And fiber is not just for digestion. Fiber helps slow the pace of food moving through the body. It helps support the gut microbiome. It helps create steadier blood sugar and steadier energy. Without fiber, your breakfast may feel satisfying at first, but later you may feel tired, hungry, heavy, or uncomfortable. And then we have antioxidants. This part matters deeply. Eggs contain cholesterol, and for many people, dietary cholesterol is not the simple enemy it was once believed to be. But cholesterol becomes more concerning when it is exposed to oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is like internal rust. It happens when unstable molecules called free radicals build up and begin placing pressure on cells and blood vessels. Antioxidant-rich foods like spinach, tomatoes, bell peppers, berries, and leafy greens help protect the body during that process. They do not just add color to the plate, they add protection. So when you eat eggs alone, you are eating a strong food. But when you eat eggs with avocado, spinach, tomatoes, olive oil, berries, or vegetables, you are building a complete breakfast system. And that is the shift I want you to make. Do not only ask, is this food healthy? Ask, what does this food need beside it? That question can change your health after 60. Because the goal is not extreme dieting. The goal is not fear. The goal is not giving up foods you enjoy. The goal is helping your body get more value from every bite. Eggs can absolutely stay on your plate, but they should not be standing there alone. Now let us talk about the first food you should add beside your eggs. And this one may surprise some people, because for years, many older adults were taught to fear fat. They were told that fat was the enemy. They were told to remove it, avoid it, cut it down as much as possible. So when someone hears the phrase healthy fat, they may hesitate for a moment. But listen carefully, because this is important. Your body needs the right kind of fat to function well, especially after 60. I am not talking about greasy bacon, deep-fried potatoes, or heavily processed oils. I am talking about real nourishing fats like avocado, extra virgin olive oil, walnuts, almonds, chia seeds, flax seeds, or a small serving of natural nut butter. These foods do something very important when they are eaten with eggs. They help your body absorb the nutrients that are already inside the egg yolk. Remember, egg yolks contain valuable nutrients like vitamin A, vitamin D, lutein, and zeaxanthin. These are not small benefits. Vitamin D supports bones, immune function, and mood. Vitamin A supports vision, skin, and cellular repair. Lutein and zeaxanthin are closely connected with long-term eye health, which becomes more important as people age. But here is the problem. Many of these nutrients are fat-soluble. That means your body absorbs them better when dietary fat is present in the same meal. So if you eat eggs alone, the nutrients are there, but your body may not be collecting them as efficiently as it could. Think of it this way. Imagine you order something valuable to your home, but the delivery truck never arrives. The item exists. It belongs to you, but it never reaches the place where you can actually use it. Healthy fat is like that delivery truck. It helps move those nutrients from your digestive tract into your bloodstream, where your body can finally put them to work. That is why 2 plain eggs are not the same as 2 eggs with half an avocado. The eggs may be the same, but the meal is not. One meal gives nutrients with limited support. The other meal gives nutrients with a better pathway for absorption, and after 60, that difference matters. Healthy fats also help your breakfast feel more satisfying. Many people eat eggs in the morning and feel good for a short time, but by 10 or 11, they begin looking for coffee, crackers, or something sweet. Not because they lack discipline, but because their breakfast did not provide steady support. Healthy fats slow digestion in a helpful way. They help energy release more evenly. They help you feel full longer. They make the meal feel complete. A simple example would be 2 eggs with sliced avocado and tomatoes, or scrambled eggs cooked gently with olive oil and spinach, or boiled eggs with a small handful of walnuts and a bowl of berries. None of this is complicated. You do not need a special diet. You do not need expensive powders. You just need to build the plate with intention. I once spoke with Michael, a 65-year-old man from Texas, who told me, "Dr. Miller, I thought adding avocado was just adding calories." And I told him, "Michael, calories are not the whole story. Food is information. The right food, in the right combination, tells your body how to respond." So from now on, when you eat eggs, add 1 healthy fat, half an avocado, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, a small handful of nuts. Pick one. That small choice can help turn your eggs from a simple protein food into a smarter, more complete breakfast. The second food you should add beside your eggs is fiber. And this one may be even more important than most people realize, because eggs contain exactly 0 fiber. Not a little fiber. Not a small amount, none. And that does not make eggs unhealthy. It simply means eggs were never meant to carry the entire breakfast by themselves. Fiber is the part of the meal that slows things down, steadies the body, feeds the gut, and gives your digestive system something to work with. But many people over 60 are starting their morning with protein and coffee, and almost no plant support at all. At first, that may not seem like a problem. You eat 2 eggs, you feel full, you move on with your day. But a few hours later, something changes. Your energy gets uneven. Your stomach may feel heavy. You may feel hungry again too soon. Or maybe your digestion becomes slower over time, and you begin to think, this is just aging. But often, the body is not asking for something complicated. It is asking for fiber. Think about what happens when you eat protein. Your body breaks it down into amino acids, uses what it needs, and then has to manage the waste that comes from that process. Fiber helps regulate the pace of digestion so that everything does not hit the body too quickly. It helps create a smoother, more controlled response. And after 60, smoother matters. Your body does not always want big surges, fast digestion, and sudden drops. It wants rhythm. It wants support. It wants food that enters the system in a way it can handle. Fiber also feeds the gut microbiome, the community of bacteria living inside your digestive tract. These bacteria are not just sitting there doing nothing. They help influence digestion, immune balance, inflammation, and even how your body responds to food. But they need fuel, and one of their favorite fuels is fiber. When breakfast has no fiber day after day, those helpful bacteria do not get the support they need. And when the gut is not supported, the whole body can feel it. Let me give you an example. Margaret is 74 and lives in Florida. For years, she ate 2 scrambled eggs every morning because she wanted protein. But she often felt constipated, tired, and uncomfortable by midday. She thought she needed a stronger supplement. But when we looked at her breakfast, the problem was simple. There was no fiber on the plate. So we kept the eggs, but added spinach, mushrooms, and a small bowl of berries. Nothing extreme, Nothing expensive, just real food beside the eggs. Within a few weeks, she told me, "Doctor Miller, my mornings feel lighter." That is what fiber can do. It does not shout. It does not act dramatic. It works quietly, every day, helping your body stay steady. So here is the rule. Every time you eat eggs, add a plant, add spinach to scrambled eggs, add broccoli or zucchini on the side, add tomatoes, mushrooms, peppers, beans, berries, or a slice of whole grain toast if it fits your diet. You do not need a huge salad at breakfast. You just need presence. Eggs give you protein, but plants give you fiber, and when you put them together, breakfast becomes more complete. After 60, that kind of balance is not a small detail. It is one of the simplest ways to support digestion, energy, and long-term resilience. The third food you should add beside your eggs is antioxidant-rich food, and this may be the part most people overlook completely. Because when people think about breakfast, they usually think about protein, calories, carbs, or maybe cholesterol. But they do not often think about protection. And after 60, protection matters. Your body is not just trying to get energy from food, it is also trying to defend itself from stress, inflammation, and the slow wear that can build up quietly over time. This is where antioxidants come in. Antioxidants are natural compounds found in colorful plant foods, and their job is to help protect the body from oxidative stress. Now, oxidative stress may sound like a complicated medical phrase, but think of it this way. It is a little like rust inside the body. Not rust you can see, but a kind of internal pressure that happens when unstable molecules, called free radicals, build up and begin disturbing healthy cells. This process can happen during normal digestion, normal metabolism, stress, poor sleep, pollution, and simply aging. Your body already has defense systems against it. But as you get older, those defense systems often need more support from food. Now let us bring eggs back into the picture. Eggs contain cholesterol. And for many people, dietary cholesterol is not the simple enemy it was once believed to be. But cholesterol becomes more concerning when it is exposed to oxidation. When cholesterol is affected by oxidative stress, it can become more reactive inside the body. And that is why antioxidant-rich foods matter so much. They help create a more protective environment while your body is digesting the meal. In other words, antioxidants do not just make your plate look pretty. They help guard the meal while your body is processing it. Good choices include spinach, kale, tomatoes, bell peppers, onions, broccoli, blueberries, strawberries, parsley, and other colorful vegetables and fruits. These are not rare superfoods. These are normal foods found in American grocery stores every single day. And the beautiful thing is, they are easy to add. You can put spinach into scrambled eggs. You can add sliced tomatoes beside boiled eggs. You can cook bell peppers and onions into an omelet. You can eat a small bowl of blueberries on the side. You can add fresh herbs, salsa, mushrooms, or leafy greens. It does not have to be complicated, it just has to be intentional. I once worked with a man named David, 69 years old, from Pennsylvania. Every morning he ate 2 fried eggs, toast, and coffee. He thought his breakfast was fine, and to be fair, it was not terrible. But the plate had no color, no greens, no berries, no tomatoes, no peppers, just yellow, brown, and black. When I asked him why he never added vegetables to breakfast, he laughed and said, "Dr. Miller, I thought vegetables were for lunch and dinner." And that is exactly what many people believe. But your body does not care what time of day it is. Your cells need protection in the morning too. So David started adding spinach, tomatoes, and a little olive oil to his eggs. A few weeks later he told me, "My breakfast feels alive now." And that is the right word, alive. A complete breakfast should have life on the plate. It should have color, texture, freshness, and nutrients working together. So here is the simple rule. If your eggs are alone, add color. If your plate looks pale, add plants. If your breakfast has no antioxidants, it is missing protection. Healthy fats help you absorb, fiber helps you regulate, antioxidants help you protect. And when those three come together, eggs are no longer just a quick breakfast. They become part of a smarter, more complete morning strategy for your body after 60. Now let us bring everything together, because by this point, the message should feel clear, simple, and practical. After 60, the rule is not to fear eggs. The rule is not to remove eggs from your breakfast. The rule is not to make your morning complicated. The rule is this: never eat eggs alone. Not because eggs are bad, not because eggs are dangerous, not because you did something wrong all these years, but because eggs work better when they are paired with the foods your body needs beside them. Think about it. Eggs give you protein. Eggs give you important nutrients. Eggs can help support muscle, energy, and satiety. But eggs do not give you fiber. Eggs do not give you colorful antioxidants. And the nutrients inside eggs often work better when healthy fats are present. So instead of looking at breakfast as 2 eggs on a plate, start looking at breakfast as a system. First, add 1 healthy fat. That could be half an avocado, 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, a small handful of walnuts, almonds, chia seeds, or ground flaxseed. This helps your body absorb fat-soluble nutrients and gives your breakfast a steadier, more satisfying feeling. Second, add fiber. That could be spinach, mushrooms, zucchini, broccoli, berries, beans, or a slice of whole grain toast if that works for your body. Fiber helps support digestion, feeds the gut microbiome, and helps your energy stay more even across the morning. Third, add color. That means antioxidant-rich foods like tomatoes, bell peppers, kale, onions, parsley, blueberries, strawberries, or leafy greens. These foods help protect your body from oxidative stress while you digest and metabolize the meal. So tomorrow morning, when you stand in your kitchen and the pan begins to warm, do not just ask, how many eggs should I eat? Ask a better question. Where is the healthy fat? Where is the fiber? Where is the color? Those 3 questions can change the way you build breakfast. A smart plate might look like 2 eggs with avocado, spinach, and sliced tomatoes. Or scrambled eggs cooked with olive oil, mushrooms, bell peppers, and onions. Or boiled eggs with walnuts, blueberries, and a small side of greens. Or an omelet filled with zucchini, kale, and tomatoes. None of these meals are extreme. None of them require a special diet. They are simply more complete. And after 60, complete matters. You may notice that your breakfast feels more satisfying. You may feel steadier before lunch. Your digestion may feel more supported. Your body may feel less like it is struggling to catch up and more like it is being helped from the first meal of the day. And that is the real goal here. Not perfection, not restriction, not fear. Just smarter eating, repeated consistently. Because health after 60 is often built through small choices that are made again and again. 1 better breakfast, 1 more vegetable, 1 healthier fat, 1 more colorful food on the plate. Over time, those choices add up. So remember this, you were not doing breakfast wrong, you were doing it incomplete, and now you know how to complete it. I am Dr. D. Miller, with nearly 14 years of experience helping people build practical health habits that fit real life. This is khỏe, cùng Dr. D. Miller. If this video helped you, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment telling me where you are watching from, and rate this advice from 1 to 10. Your feedback helps me create better videos for you. And before you go, please remember, this content is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not medical advice, and it does not replace diagnosis, treatment, or guidance from a licensed healthcare professional. If you have kidney disease, diabetes, high cholesterol, heart disease, digestive issues, or if you take prescription medication, speak with your doctor before making major changes to your diet.